they are very much driven by their instincts. So if they are threatened or if they perceive something as a threat, the only thing they are going to do is get into a fight with that person. Yeah, physically violent behavior. Violence is the tool that they use to solve all the problems around. Yeah. Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to talk about low-level narcissists, and before I get going, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out a new content. So a narcissist is divided into three subtypes, yeah, based on their cognition, behavior, attitude, and response. And those three categories or subtypes are the low-level narcissist, the mid-level narcissist, and the high-level narcissist. Yeah. So in this video, we are going to try and understand who these low-level narcissists are. Yeah. So low-level narcissists are like the other narcissists. They are entitled, and they lack empathy. They have zero tolerance towards criticism, and they get frustrated very quickly, and they cannot handle it well like us. We are able to handle frustrating situations and crisis in a much more patient way. But these low-level narcissists, wreak havoc. They cannot be quiet. They cannot be subtle. These narcissists are entitled individuals. They are hungry for attention and admiration. They lack empathy. And overall, the way how they respond to situations, circumstances is that they lash out. I mean, physically violent behavior. Yeah, in some of the cases, verbally abusive as well as physically violent behavior. In a normal, usual scenario, when we experience any kind of criticism, we often argue, discuss, or we keep quiet and we move on. Yeah, we don't get into a fight. But these low-level narcissists will physically get into a fight with those who are either denying them or with those who are criticizing them. These narcissists have zero to no level of tolerance when it comes to criticism and any kind of a frustrating situation or event. So they are going to lash out. They don't think, yeah, and they don't try and respond in any other way. They are not manipulative. They don't use their mind to manipulate others and get their work done. They are not concerned and image conscious individuals. These low level narcissists, they'll get into battle. It's like do or die. Yeah, either they'll get it or they will go down with the sinking ship. So these low level narcissists are good in argument. So you cannot win an argument with these low level narcissists. But when these low level narcissists see that they are losing an argument, of course you need some facts and evidence to back up your argument. But when they see that they are losing, they might get into physically violent behavior and verbally abusive behavior. So this is their last resort. This is their only weapon up their sleeve. They are not going to manipulate. They are not going to gaslight. They are going to either get verbally abusive, or they are going to get into a physical violent behavior, hitting the other person, physically abusing the other person. And that's how they feed their fragile ego. That's how they feed themselves, and they feel good and superior, and they feel powerful. I am dominating. I am the alpha. Yeah, I'm the strong one. Yeah, among the relationship or the group or community. Yeah, by displaying such violent behaviors, they feed that facade that they have built of being someone very strong, someone very tough. Yeah, we know that it is toxic, but inside their head, they think that this is the right way, and this is the way forward. If someone has to move ahead in life, they need to be rough and tough, they need to be physically violent, all those, toxic macho stuff. Yeah. And the same goes for the women also. Those women who are, low level narcissists, they are also physically violent. Yeah. It's not just the men, women as well. So, women's, can be a little more verbally abusive. Yeah. And less physically violent. But when we look at a male who is a low level narcissist, he might be physically more violent than being, verbally abusive. Yeah. But the same thing is, absolutely different when we look at, these low level narcissists um, amongst women. Yeah, they are more, verbally abusive. Some of them are equally physically violent, and I mean, the closest example that you can see is, some of these, narcissistic parents who are low-level narcissistic parents who are big time into beating their kids, beating their spouse, and, trying to display their authority, trying to, show as to who the boss is in the relationship. So, these low-level narcissists really don't think and calculate. If they perceive something as a threat, or if they see that their supply source or someone around them is not obeying them, or not listening to them, or saying them no, they perceive it as a threat. Yeah, any kind of narcissistic injury caused to them is perceived as a threat, and when they are threatened, they lash out. Some of them are into verbally abusive response, but majorly they are into physically violent behavior. They don't care about the consequences, what happens after they are done physically or violently abusing the other person. They don't care about the consequences, whether that person is damaged health wise, mentally, emotionally. They don't care. Yeah, they just want to burst out. They just want to show them who the boss is, and that's it. Yeah. Again, they are entitled individuals. They think they can do anything and get away. They strongly believe that rules don't apply to them. Yeah, rules are for the inferior ones. The inferior ones need to change. They are the masters. They can do anything and get away. Yeah. And you can get to see a lot of these narcissistic parents, narcissistic spouse, narcissistic friends, sibling. I mean, whatever the setup is, these low level narcissists are physically violent. I would say 70% physically violent and 30% verbally abusive. Yeah, this is the combo. Yeah, this is how they react to any kind of situation. If they perceive it as a threat, they are going to come at you. They are going to blast you, torment you. So in these low level narcissists, you can see the sadistic ones, the vindictive ones, the malignant ones. Yeah, they fall into this category, the low level narcissists. They are less into manipulation, and they are more into the physical stuff. They will physically hurt you. They will do a number on you. They won't spare you. They won't forgive you. And that's how they feel good. That's how they feed their fragile ego. That's how I would say they support and enforce and empower that image that they have built. Yeah, based on lies. I'm someone who's very strong. I'm someone who's very tough. I'm someone who is not to be messed with. Yeah, that kind of an image they project. So these low level narcissists exhibit no remorse. They never apologize. They take it for granted, and they can be really sadistic and violent at times. Whereas they can physically damage their victim, and I mean, the victims are of course scarred for life. But do they really care? Do they care about the pain and the damage that the victim is going through? And the answer is no. Yeah, in that rage, in that, fit of anger, they will go to any extent. For them, a physically violent behavior is the quickest and the easiest way to resolve any and every kind of an issue that they come face to face with. So these low level narcissists really don't think much. I mean, their brain does function. They have a functioning mind, but I mean, you can say they are brain dead, in some ways. Yeah, because they don't think, calculate. They are not image conscious. If they perceive you as a threat, they will become physically violent. That's how they solve their problems. Yeah, that's the only way. If you say no, they are going to slap you, beat you, harass you, physically torment you, sometimes verbally abuse you, and that's it. This is how things are when you are with a low level narcissist. Yeah. uh, some of the low level narcissists are very sadistic, very vindictive, and some of them are very malignant also. uh, the moment the grandiose aspect comes into the scene, they become a little mindful and conscious. I mean, the mid-range one, the high level narcissist, those categories are a little bit image conscious. They use their mind. They take help of manipulation, gaslighting, and all of that. But when we look at these low level ones, they are very brutal. They are very, very much like an animal. They are very much driven by their instincts. So if they are threatened, or if they perceive something as a threat, the only thing they are going to do is get into a fight with that person. Yeah, physically violent behavior. Violence is the tool that they use to solve all the problems around. Yeah, so this is who they are. And of course, being with a low level narcissistic husband, a low level narcissistic mother, it is damaging. It scars the other person. It scars the victim. So yes, this was all about low level narcissists. In case if you would like to add in something, you can always comment below. Till then, take care of yourself. Don't ignore the red flags, and don't ignore the signs. Please take care of yourself. Lots of love and blessings to all of you. Bye.